Welcome back to 20 Years of Doom. I'm Temin.
I'm Red.
Today we're playing Return to Phobos.wad, a literal reinterpretation of the original Episode 1 of Doom. Although the author of this WAD is very careful to avoid actually saying Doom in any of his text documents, of which there are like 6, I should mention.
What? You really need that many?
No.
Thanks for the straight answer.
Yeah, anytime. So this WAD has a little story behind it.
Oh?
But first, a legal disclaimer. All material in this document except where noted is copyright 1994 by Michael Kelsey. Any references to the virtual reality game called Doom are to be understood the property of id Software Incorporated, including the title, logo, or other property of the program. I by no means claim any rights to the data included with this text file. Merely content of this text file and the integrity, purity, and unity of the binary file, if at all permitted by law. Anyone, business, or corporate wishing to use any portion or more precisely public domain. The end.
Okay. I was wondering how long you were going to keep at it. Good job, though.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Very good.
Yeah, this was made by Michael Kelsey. Can't say I know much about the fellow, except that his name is Michael Kelsey.
But do you really know that?
I
do you really trust anyone on the internet?
Well, I mean, it was 1994. People didn't use the internet for as nefarious purposes, I expect.
I'd hope.
But yeah, the story, Return to Phobos. With trepidation, you lift the rocket launcher into the air and watch with amazement after yanking firmly on the trigger. A rocket sails through the air, plummets into the heart of a violent barren, exploding upon contact and leaving nothing but a gory pile of residue. As the walls of the five-pointed complex fall to the floor, the outside world once again reveals itself to your eyes. Shortly thereafter, a bright flash of light fades the promising victory into a terrifying nightmare. That's all it was. A nightmare. Oh, I dinked around for too long there. You rub your eyes, get up, and administer an aspirin. Peering into the darkened light, you find everything to be in its place. A reassuring sight after a stressful sleep. Immediately you climb back into bed, but within moments you fall into slumber, returning hopelessly into yet another world of violence. You find that you have returned to Phobos. Things seem strangely different in this dream. Initially you expect a rerun, but this isn't so. One thing is for certain, this dream is running much slower than the first. Also, you begin to notice some awkward changes. For instance, the ceiling's floors bearing unique textures no longer butt up against each other. Apparently, somehow, whether magic or not, all ceilings and floors bearing different textures are positioned at different vertical positions. Much more believable. Also, you can't seem to locate a single skull switch. Lastly, you can't find much for demonic and satanic symbolism. Looks like this won't be quite such a nightmare after all.
Oof.
So, Doom 1 was a dream, and this is all just another dream.
I was going to say more that UAC has weird building code where all floors have to be aligned to the same direction in all complexes.
Yeah.
But I also missed most of that story because I was just enamored by the image of Doom Guy, like, firing a rocket launcher and being so surprised. Like, whoa, it shoots rockets! And having the shocked Doom Guy face. Just the way it was described, you watch in amazement as a rocket flies out the end of the barrel. Like, whoa, it's like Doom Guy's never fired a weapon before.
Maybe there's
was really distracting.
I guess so, yeah. I'm gonna assume this is not canon because A, it's fan-made, and B, it's all a dream, so...
Yep.
Also, I don't know what these switches do, and it takes me a while to figure out that the corners here are actually elevators. Tricky, Michael.
Or convoluted. Take your pick.
It was 1994, they didn't know better.
Got a long way to go.
And how? Man, there are a lot of WADs still to go.
Yeah,
this is like WAD number 5 out of at least 200.
When I think about the number wads we have upcoming, it's like, okay, that's a pretty big number, but it's hard to really quantify, like to really feel and understand how much content we have coming. Maybe I just haven't grasped it yet. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it almost seems fake to me right now. Like, what?
It's completely intangible at this point.
Yeah.
But I would like to. Another Price is Right thing I want to do. People who can guess the final video count by the end of the whole shebang.
Yeah, I was gonna bring up something like that a while ago.
Yeah, because again, it's something I don't even know at this point. It could be anything. But other than that, it was standard Doom level.
Yeah.
I guess. Apparently, the maps don't have like unique descriptions. So what he did. Apparently, this is just a compilations of levels this guy made in.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
So are they like just loosely based, or is this all just a random jumble?
I'd like to say it's loosely based, but honestly, I don't really know.
Requires further investigation.
Yeah, apparently E2M or E1M2 and 4 and 9 are all his earlier maps, whereas the other ones are his later maps.
All right.
Oh God.
So wait, if I just heard you right, did he follow John Romero design blog?
Maybe unintentionally.
Oh
God.
Yeah, had John Romero publicly gone out and talked about that yet by 94?
You know, I don't know. It's a good question. John Romero's level design laws.
Yeah, because when I think of design as law, I only think of a later title and writing on the success of Doom and such. So I don't know. Who knows when he said it?
It's hard to say.
These days, I don't even know if John Romero knows when he said it. Or maybe it's like one of those things where it's the one memory that's incredibly just, I wanted to say clandestine, but I don't think that's the right word. Just completely clear in your mind.
Maybe. I couldn't even... Oh yeah, that switch right there, you can shoot it, but I have no idea what it does, so I didn't even bother showing y'all. Show, don't tell, I know, but...
Yeah.
You can believe me, right?
Tell, don't show, my favorite thing to do in... I got nothing. That's a really shitty thing to do.
It's the nuclear plant, quote-unquote.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I could see this a little bit.
There's your nuclear radiation.
Yeah.
No plants, but what's the deal? I'm sorry.
What? Well, so I was about to make a quip about how you're walking to work, and you're just walking through a giant sludge channel, and you just have these walls protecting you from the radiation and sludge below. But then you turned around and went to the door that was behind you when you started, so I guess you have to wade through it to get to work in the first place.
What would such a station even be? Like
what, like a nuclear sludge station, or what do you mean?
I don't know. I don't know what I mean, man.
Like what? Well, I mean, a nuclear plant would obviously be for power, but I mean, I suppose. I don't know. You'd think they'd have the facilities to get rid of or deal with the radiated water, but I guess the UAC is just in such a hurry and doesn't have the economic decency to even do that. So they just radioactive water and rods and whatever, just flush it out onto the planet's surface. Who cares? Fill it full of barrels.
Who
throw
cares?
It away.
Phobos doesn't even have an environment.
Right. Terraforming forming.
It's a moon. We can throw trash on it.
Yeah.
Like Doom Guy. Yeah.
Wow. Just a little insight into the minds of the UAC.
Yeah. One, they just have a guy on their staff named Doom Guy.
Well.
And two, they throw him out with the trash.
Yeah, they're like, I really hate that Doom guy.
Freaking Doom.
No,
Also,
it's Doom guy. So he's that Doom guy. It's got to be redundancy.
Gotcha. So his name is Doom Guy, and they refer to him as that freaking Doom guy.
Yeah.
Also, that window is a little sneak peek into the exit of this map. I don't know what I'm doing here.
You're hoping that there's like a secret.
Yeah, a little outcropping to go into.
Yeah.
Oh.
You didn't make the jump. You didn't make the Doom guy
the
rock skip. Yeah.
Yeah.
Skip guy.
I wonder why that can be. Maybe I'll explain it later in this video.
Maybe
Who
there's
could say
like
for sure,
some
though?
sort of barrier or obstacle preventing you from skipping.
Yeah. Some kind of weird collision thing going on. Fairly.
Yeah, probably. So, I'm sorry, but I'm kind of struggling to find anything to talk about here, because it's... Okay, let me bring this up. Not only is it just, name brand Doom, but it is so name brand Doom that it's like, well, this is all very normal and expected. There's just nothing that really pops out to me.
Yeah.
It's almost, it's like cookie cutter Doom, almost.
Yeah, honestly, the really only unique thing about this is the level layout, and that's kind of way abstract to talk about.
Yeah, okay. Nothing against this guy, and this was way back when. If he's still making Doom maps, I'm sure he improved. And if not, I'm sorry, but... oh, goodness. It really is just like... It almost feels like this is something that you could make with a map generator, right?
Yeah,
it's like,
honestly, yeah.
Standard layout, standard formula, and then just mix up the actual the layout and order that you go through it.
That being said, I like that staircase back there. It was all unaligned when it was unformed, but then when it came together, all the textures were what's the word?
Aligned.
Yeah, aligned, but I'm trying to think of an adjective to add to that. A superlative.
They were like gradient? I don't know.
Radiant. You're close. You were onto something there.
Blended?
No, not...
Meshed, molded?
Alright, never mind. The sentence isn't going to work out.
We need to do more research to figure out how to finish the sentence.
Yes.
Sorry, I've been playing 4X games lately.
Something along the lines of brilliantly aligned, but I wanted to use a much fancier word. I'm sorry.
So, perfectly aligned. Or just... But it's not perfect, is it? It's hey.
So that's a bit strange. You have to shoot that switch behind the column in order to get the red key, and honestly, I have no idea how I even figured that out.
Did you play the map before?
Like once 2 years ago.
Then either a vague memory or just it's instinctual at this point.
I
You
was
played
thinking
so much Doom.
Yeah, I think it was more instinct than anything, honestly. Because, I don't know, if I see a switch and I can't quite reach it, my first, thing to do is try shooting it.
Or
sometimes
like
it works.
Or like we just demonstrated there, you see a switch and you shoot it anyways, and then go press it when it doesn't work.
Yeah. Honestly, either or.
Yeah. It's a pretty good habit that I'm going to have to get into for a certain other upcoming title, where there's a lot of that. A ridiculous amount of that, even.
That's vague enough that I'm not quite sure what you're talking about.
Oh, well, it's the game that I'm going to school everyone at, that I made a called shot about.
So it was the same game I was thinking of then.
Yeah.
Alright, so, oh god. Good grief. Oh yeah, so,
Whoa,
we were talking about last time legal concerns, redoing episode 1. So Jay Wilbur / whoever else was business management at id, their legal statement requested that modders not replace episode 1. So as a result, this guy, he replaced episode 1, but was trying to be, I don't know, careful about it. He kept censoring the word Doom and calling it D****M.
Oh.
And, yeah. I don't know if anyone ever came after him about it, but I don't know.
I think I've seen that done in parody, where they'll refer to a real life thing, but they'll like cut off the name, or they'll like it'll be incredibly obvious, like, oh, this is the thing they're referring to, but then they'll, what, you didn't make it again?
Yeah, that's an annoying jump because of this elevator. It triggers to go down as soon as you you little turd.
Okay.
So, I guess now is a better time to explain it than previously.
Yeah, why you couldn't make that jump to the blue key or wherever it was.
So any things with a solid hitbox are more or less infinitely tall. See,
so they stretch from the sky to the floor, wherever they are.
Yeah. And with that, well, they're basically infinite rectangular prisms, yeah, like you said, from floor to ceiling.
Yeah.
Also, I think I figured out how to get this supercharged, but by the time I did, I was like, never mind, I don't really want it. See, I don't know what that switch does, and then going over here into the teleporter raises that bridge. Would have been useful. I went too high, though, but that switch that I didn't know what it did, it actually lowered that bridge. So I was like, I don't feel like dealing with that.
Alright, so I have an interesting question for you, one that we may have to experiment with if you lack the answer, of course. We talked about, and I believe we were talking more about the build engine, how you could create floors above floors using sprites. And I think we elaborated that that's not really something you can do in Doom.
True.
But in theory, if you could, do you think that sprite actors underneath that platform would still collide with you?
Yes.
Alright,
that
seems
so
like a real nuisance then.
Yeah, the infinitely tall hitboxes again. Basically, I think it's just because it didn't want to do an extra dimension of calculations when it came to collision detection.
Alright.
See, you can't intersect anything on the same XY plane, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So even if you're at different heights, the engine doesn't even account for the third dimension. So it's as if you're, like, well, on the auto map and you're just running into something. It doesn't really matter where it is, above or below you. It's considered in the same space, because I suppose it would be faster not to have Z calculations and all of that. Also, this really looks like a door because of the yellow line. It's not. It tricked me.
Okay, so I guess a kind of, maybe a slightly abstract example of that would be like playing a 2D side-scroller where in real life you would be able to just dodge to the side to avoid most projectiles, but you're always on that same plane.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. General idea. Different perspective. Alright, so I did a lot of roaming around this level before I bothered to check out this room, because I thought there would be something, elsewhere that got me out of there. No, there's just this switch in the lava that raises a bridge to the exit.
Oh, okay.
And I gotta fast forward because it takes forever to get up.
Well, alright.
Got it.
Exited.
Yep. Abe's exit us. I'm sorry. Nuclear plant. This is E1M3, you know what that means.
Wait, I thought we were just at nuclear plant.
Oh, I meant toxin refinery.
Oh. Wait, what do they refine the toxins into? And why didn't I ask these...
You're breathing nuclear waste, Doom guy.
Oh man, UAC are real dicks then. Yeesh.
Yeah.
They're intentionally polluting. They're trying to make Blade Runner. That's it. They're going to make the atmosphere like barely habitable and just have Blade Runner on the moon.
It's for the betterment of mankind, you see.
Yeah. No.
So, this is a bit of a strange level.
Oh,
other than... So, This hallway's mildly important, but not quite important.
I do kind of like the. I mean, I'm biased with my own aesthetic interests by this, but I don't know. There's something about this particular room that fancies my eye. Something about the way it looks as you enter it, I suppose. Something to do with that long hallway in front of it.
I could see that.
No, it's kind of an interesting optical effect, right? Like you have a long, thin corridor in front of you that's kind of expanding, but you also enter a room larger than the corridor when you enter the room. So it's I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but it's a neat effect when you walk in the room.
Yep. Yeah, that's neat. I hadn't seen it that way. But what do I know? I'm just the guy playing all the wads.
Yeah. Whatever.
That door that wouldn't open, it was actually the exit door. And we need to press a switch to open it. Where could that switch be, I wonder?
What?
It's just there.
Sorry, I can't explain this one. Hitler's design course, school, whatever.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Alright, exit's open, let's get out of here.
Is it really?
I can't answer you.
Oh. This room doesn't have a...
Yes!
What?
It's
totally
but it's
a trap.
E1M3.
Totally. Jeez.
Nope. So that's the normal exit. The secret exit's actually much longer to get to.
That was a suspicious wall of gray.
Only a little bit. Yeah, so in order to get to the secret exit, we gotta find the red key card. Where could it be?
Well, having never played this map before, I absolutely could not answer that question for you.
It was rude of me to have even asked.
It's kind of sort of like a vague directional question. Like you walk into a room of people and you kind of just ask them something. You're not really asking one specific person.
You're just asking the group in whole.
Yeah. You're hoping somebody will pipe in and reciprocate.
It's just like in school when the teacher asks the question and you know the answer and you're the only one who knows it and no one else wants to, answer.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to answer. You don't want to be the guy who just knows.
You don't want everyone to like look over your way like, oh, smarty pants, you figured out faster than me. It's like, get over it, dummy.
Also, that was a nice little rehash of the computer maze from E1M2.
Yeah.
But since it being a maze, I Wolfensteined it.
All right. Before we end here, I do want to bring up one interesting observation before I forget. On the note of this being so cookie-cutter Doom, I just realized that this guy's, 20 years ago already found his calling. And that's that he needs to be one of the guys that goes back and makes new games in the style of old games. Like, I guess a good reference would be Mighty Number 9 and trying to remake that as a Mega Man game. He would be the guy that would go back and just nail it, just spot on, perfect. He's got it so down that this is such regular Doom that like if he could keep this method into all of his future endeavors, he would be able to recreate anything. Just perfect.
For some reason, you saying that reminded me of a thing I wanted to bring up. So I don't really care for mods in games these days because correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of mods are just kind of weird replacement things to, assets in the game.
It depends on the game you're playing, but usually, yes.
Yeah, like, I could never get into Skyrim modding because I don't care. Like...
Well, on top of not caring about Skyrim in the first place for me, it's just, look at all this extra content. Look at all the features, It's like, it's not like a major change of the game. It's just rewriting the game into a slightly different game. I understand that.
Yeah, I guess I'm really into mods that, make new levels and stuff for, but...
Yeah, and like in a game like Skyrim, it's like, well, you're gonna be going over the same places with new content.
Yeah.
Which is the opposite of our old ways, where you're going into new levels with the same content.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Or the real, the real gold, the real Catcher in the Rye, or some other smart book reference that I can't make properly, is new levels and new content. But
we're getting close to one of those.
Oh.
Honestly.
Looking forward.
Yeah. One that is notoriously hard to set up, but...
well, that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be good when we get there.
Yeah, probably. So yeah, I had dinked around too long in that area, and apparently I had open access to the secret level not terribly... Well, a while ago, I'll say.
Yeah, not terribly long ago.
So... Once you get up here, you can shoot that switch, and then BAM! You're up here.
Hey, alright.
Yep. And here we go.
Ambush? No, alright.
No April tricks in this trick bag.
I almost feel like I've brought this up before, but I'll go ahead and hazard that I haven't and rehash, regardless. What if somebody made a Doom WOD that just played into all of the expectations of a Doom player? Just every trap that you would expect is actually a trap, including the exit, including an exit with like a double exit. Like, okay, well this might actually be a double trap, and then it is actually a double trap. How would you feel about just kind of knowing everything that's coming and being right about it?
Predictable Doom.
Yeah, but like not in the sense that it's actually intentionally made to be predictable, but not in the sense that it is inherently predictable. Like, somebody who's playing it for the first time and doesn't know a thing about Doom wouldn't be able to really predict it, but somebody who's been playing Doom for this long is like, oh, this totally looks like something that would be a trap, and then it turns out to be a trap.
Red keycard on a pedestal? I don't think so.
Yeah, like playing into expectation is what I mean, versus being predictable.
Okay. I don't know how I would feel about that. What I do know is I want to see a WOD that's just all trap exits. Like
that would be part of it, right?
You start in an exit room, and then just every successive room's an exit.
God, that kind of sounds like real hell.
Where's the exit.wad? Make sure I make that thread.
Yep. All right. The one room you find that isn't an exit is the exit.
It looks like the start of I don't know, level.
Yeah, one of the first Doom levels.
Yeah, I was thinking hangar, but then I thought that would be too obvious.
Yeah.
But what if that was actually not an exit too?
Well, yeah.
What if there just is no exit? I wouldn't do that.
Can you? You could technically do that, I guess. You can make a Doom map with no exit.
Yeah, but the level editor will complain and say there's no exit.
Will it let you compile it and save it anyways?
Yeah.
Alright, good. Screw you, level editor.
It's
Wait,
the same kind of...
2 blue key cards?
I don't think so.
No. Alright, I swear you grabbed that key card and then you grabbed it again. Or was there also a red key card on the other one?
No, it might have been a potion.
Okay.
I wasn't looking too closely.
Just musing about where's the exit.wad, really.
Yep. Also, I think another reason the guy was paranoid about using Doom in the name is because he has a registered version things in it, like the plasma rifle and Cacodemon and Lost Souls.
Oh, okay. So people would be able to use the shareware version to play with all the weapons.
Not really. Those wouldn't actually be compatible, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't really know. Actually, I'm curious to know if WODs even work with the shareware version. I actually never tried that.
That's kind of interesting, because, I mean, okay, well, if you're installing it to the first episode, then wouldn't it... Yeah, that is kind of like an interesting can of worms.
Yeah. Maybe I'll try it out someday.
Perhaps.
Today's not that day.
Yeah, dang. I mean, we're watching Doom right now. can't try it right now. Come on.
Man, the one thing from Wolfenstein that I wish they brought back is the get psyched loading screen.
Yeah, I mean, I would totally get psyched every time I played Doom if it told me to get psyched, but
Right?
I'm just kind of passive about it.
Another
Like,
day,
oh,
another
time
Doom.
to get dunked on by another cyber demon, I guess. An entire room full of chain gunners and revenants and so on.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Also, clever puzzle. Yellow key card right in front of the yellow door. Whoa!
What? How did you solve that?
I haven't yet. The yellow door is still closed.
What? I thought you did. Oh my god. It's just way beyond...
I solved
why?
it. Alright, trick exit.
What?
The exit was actually the pit. April Fools. That's the end.
Oh.
Of part 1.
Yeah, because you fell to your death and you were never seen again, right?
Doom guy broke his leg and they took him to the command center. The end.
Yep, the end.
I could do this all day.
Google. I said ye, not I, you idiot. God.
My name's Duke Yukum. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da.
Plays the ukulele out of tune and hums the theme song. Like, fucking really, man? Come on.
It's time to kick uke and chew bubble uke, and I'm all out of uke. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da.
Okay, I'm not even going to attempt to drink right now. Just bubble uke. Help, God.
Nobody steals my uke and lives.
Nobody steals my uke and ukes.
But I can't ukulele. But I can't play Gagarin's mod.